Hey winners, Kevin Ward here at YesMasters.com. Welcome to the second half of 2013. Now I'm recording this on July the 1st, 2013, and if you're watching it today on July the 1st, then you are engaging right now in the kickoff of the second half of your year. Now if you're watching this anytime after today, whatever day it is, it is. And so it's kind of like today is the first day of the rest of your life. Well, today is the first day of the rest of the year. So whatever day you're watching it is perfect. But what I wanted to do is just a real quick halftime review as you look back on the first half of 2013 and as you look forward to the second half of 2013. Again, if you're watching this video at a different time later after it's been published on YouTube, then it still applies because you look back at your past to learn and to get prepared for the future. We don't live in the past, we learn from the past. So I want to do with you something that I did with my clients this last week in what I call a second half review, and it's actually the first half review as we get ready to kick off the second half. Is kind of do a halftime review of how did you do in the first half of the year so that you can evaluate, learn, and make adjustments as you go forward into the next half of the year. And what I did is I gave them 10 categories. I'm going to share with you today 10 categories of your business, 10 categories that I want you to grade yourself or kind of rate yourself and then give yourself a grade, if you want to call it that, so that you can kind of evaluate where do I need to go moving as I go forward. Now here's what I want to tell you. There is no right or wrong. There is no pass fail. All we're talking about is to assess where you are right now. And so it's kind of like there's no fault, there's no blame. Don't beat yourself up over anything that you see as we go through these 10 items together today. So here are the 10 items, and I want you just to give yourself a grade or give yourself a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 means I'm hitting this one perfectly. I am an absolute yes, absolutely I'm winning in this area of my business or my life. And a 0 means, brain dead, flatline, no pulse in that area. So hopefully you're not going to be a 0 at any of them, but here's what I'm looking for is for you to get a realistic picture of where you are today so you can know what areas do I need to focus on or maybe shore up or fix a little bit or get some help on that will help you moving forward. So the first area of growth or of evaluating yourself is simply your lead generation strategy. When we talk about generating business as a real estate agent, how would you rate yourself in the first half of the year in terms of your lead generating strategy? Is what you're doing working? Are you doing enough of it? Are there changes you need to be? Are there missing spots or whatever? How are you doing on your lead generation strategy? Are you doing enough of it to get the results, and are you getting the results that you want? How would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And so write down lead generation and then just give yourself a grade from 0 to 10. Don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. Just whatever comes to your brain. Your subconscious will always tell you the truth here. So trust your gut and just write down on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing on your lead generation in the first half of the year? The second thing, how clear are you on your goals? And are you reviewing your goals every single day? Are your goals working for you, in other words? Are you focused on them? Do you even know what they are? And are you reviewing your goals every day? Because here's what they found, and we've done studies on this for years, all the way back to the studies, the original study, or not the original, but one of the famous studies in Harvard where they had the people that wrote down their goals and a few years later compared them with people that hadn't wrote down their goals. And they found out that it was only 3% had written down their goals, and later of those 3% that wrote down their goals, their cumulative their cumulative wealth was more than all the other 97% combined. It's the power of goal setting and being clear about your goals. Are you living into your goals because you're clear about them, you're reviewing them every single day? So rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Not how well did you reach them, but how well are you focused on them? How aware are you reviewing them every day, and so forth. Third area to rate yourself is your personal circle strategy. Now PC is what I coach is your personal circle. That's your database. It's your sphere of influence, your past clients, all of that combined of people that you have an influence in their life. They're in your personal circle that is one of the best sources of business for you as a real estate professional. How well are you creating that top of mind awareness among this group of people? And are you positioning yourself to be the go-to real estate agent whenever they need help buying or selling real estate, or when they know somebody who needs a great agent to help them buy or sell real estate? On a scale of 1 to 10, how effectively are you positioning yourself with the people that you know and that you have done business with? So that's your personal circle strategy. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Number 4, and that is, how well have you differentiated yourself? And I'm going to put just differentiate and run out of space here. Differentiate. Differentiate. In today's market, do you look like every other realtor? What have you done to create a unique value proposition to position yourself as how are you different than everybody else? And you got to be clear on that. One of the things I really work with my clients on is helping them figure out strategies for what can you do to truly differentiate yourself from every other real estate agent out there. Can you do something to differentiate yourself? And the answer is absolutely yes. And yet when you look around most realtors, they all look the same. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if somebody said, well, how are you different than everybody else? Why should I use you instead of using all the other realtors that are talking to me? Are you clearly able to articulate how you are different? And if you're not, that's something to work on. So give yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how powerful are you at differentiating yourself from the competition? Obviously in a good way, not a bad way. On a scale of 1 to 10, just write that down right now. And then number 5. Number 5 is accountability. Accountability. How well are you doing on accountability? Do you have fail-proof accountability in place, and are you benefiting from it every single day? Now here is the reality, and they've done this again in studies, and what they found out is that if you have daily accountability, you are 70% more likely to accomplish it, to actually hit your goals. You are 70% more likely to actually do what you're supposed to do and get the results that you want. So is accountability important? Yeah, it's so absolutely important. If you don't have daily accountability, you are missing a lot of the power of the support around you that you can have to help you accomplish your goals, to stay focused and have that sense of accountability. So how strong is your accountability on a daily basis on a scale of 1 to 10? So write that down. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is hopefully one of your favorites, and that is your finances, your business finances. How strong are you at managing and tracking and taking care of your business finances as a real estate agent? How strong are you on that? How good are you doing at budgeting where your money's going, how much you're making, how much you're keeping? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing on managing and controlling your finances? So give yourself a score of 1 to 10 on that one. And then number 7, and this is a big one, you can put a star by this one, probably one of the most significant ones, and that is, how well are you utilizing your time? Okay, because it is the one fixed asset that we all have the same amount of, and some people manage to accomplish massive stuff in short periods of time. They get stuff done fast, and others, it seems like they can work and run like a hamster in a wheel day in and day out and never get anything accomplished. How well are you utilizing your time? How productively are you using your time on a daily basis? So just look back over the first half of the year and grade yourself. How have I been doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how have I utilized my time in the last 6 months? Okay? Number 8, equally as important, and that is, how passionate am I? How much energy and enthusiasm and positive energy am I bringing to my business? Am I bringing to the people that I work with and work for? Am I passionate about what I'm doing, and does that passion show in my daily activities and the level of the service that I provide to my clients? If you're not excited and passionate about what you're doing, you've got to find something about what you're doing that will give you that passion, that genuine, from the heart enthusiasm and desire to help people accomplish their goals in real estate, so that you can accomplish your goals in real estate. So just rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, because sometimes we get beat up. And I can't tell you how many agents I talk to that get beat up by the market or by frustration or whatever it is, and they've lost the fire. Well, the good news is you can get it back. The question is first to evaluate yourself honestly and say, how am I doing on that? Listen, if you're looking at it and going realistically, you're at a 7 or below. I mean, 7's, I'm doing pretty good. 7 isn't going to cut it if you want to achieve at a high level. And if you're sitting there going like, I have a hard time sometimes getting out of bed. I don't want to go to the office. I don't want to prospect. I don't want to do anything I'm supposed to do. If you're feeling that 4 or 5 or 3, listen, I can only tell you this. You need to get help today. Right now, you need to take some action and figure out, what am I going to do to get my passion back? Because one of the things I'm constantly doing with my clients is helping them stay excited about what they are doing. And if you can't manage that, if you don't manage that, you got to get some help for that. So number 8, how are you rating in terms of being passionate about what you're doing on a daily basis as a real estate agent? And you can actually do that. You can maintain a high passion in what you're doing. Number 9 is your life. Now here's what I mean. How would you rate the rest of your life, and is the other areas of your life supporting your business, and are the things you're doing in your business supporting your life? Now here's what I mean by that. Is I will have clients that have other things going on in their life that take them out of the game. They've got either it's a relationship or relationships or habits or things that they're doing. It's that they're filling their mind with negative stuff. They're going home watching the news, or they're reading negative stuff, and they're getting all from something else in their life outside of real estate that's pulling them down or dragging them down. It may be financial debt. It may be other things. That it may be health. It may be health challenges. Maybe you're not eating right. Maybe you've got some bad habits. Maybe you're not exercising enough. Maybe you're not drinking enough water. Too much coffee, not enough water, and you're getting dehydrated. And literally, as minor as that sounds, it is dramatic in how it affects your productivity. So how well are you taking care of the other areas of your life, and is your life supporting your business, supporting you in your business, or is it pulling you down? And if whatever it's doing, it's not. Don't criticize yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just observe it and say, aha, that's why I'm struggling in this area, or maybe I need to work on this area so I can get. That now will support my business and support me doing a better job in my business than it's been doing. So how is my life, are there other things in my life that are dragging me down in the business, or is my life helping me be more productive in business? So on a scale of 1 to 10, just give yourself a quick rating, how you're feeling about how your life is supporting you in your business. And then you can evaluate and say, okay, what changes do I need to make? And then 10th and finally is, who's helping me? And I'm just going to use the word coaching here. Who is helping me take my business to the next level? Because here's the reality, is people who want to achieve at a high level in anything in life have a coach. You look at athletics, you look at people who really achieve at high levels, they all have a coach. Why? Because their performance matters, their skill matters, managing their mindset, improving their skill set, and helping them get off their asset. All of that are things that having a powerful coach can help them do. So are you getting that support? Are you getting that coaching? Do you have somebody that's helping you build your skill set, keep your mindset strong, and helping you keeping off your asset and getting out there and being productive and using your assets? How is that happening on a scale of 1 to 10? Now, when you take all 10 of those and you give yourself a grade on each one of them, then just take and add them all up, and that will kind of give you a score for the first half of the year. Now, here's the cool thing. There is no, here's the only person that can lose. You lose to yourself or you win. You're not competing against anybody else. You're competing against yourself. So it's just a matter of evaluating where you are today, and there's not any score that you can get that you're out of the game. All it is it's kind of a benchmark of where you are today and now where you're going to go in your future. So it will give you that it will give you that benchmark, so you can evaluate and know what changes you need to make. And here's what I want to just challenge you and ask you to do. After you watch this, and after you do this as you've done this, I hope you've done this right now while we're watching the video. If not, stop the video, go back to the beginning, watch it, and actually do it. And then I want you to email me, kevin@yesmasters.com, and share with me the areas where I love to hear any victories. I love to hear your victories, but share with me the struggle areas where you need some help. And then what I'm going to do is develop some training videos or even motivational videos, whatever it is, and I'll actually do one specifically for you if you'll send me your feedback on what you want to do. Now, I may not be able to do it for all of them, but I will guarantee that I'll personally respond to any emails that you send, and offer you some ways that can help you shore up or improve any areas where you're really, really struggling. Again, it's Kevin@yesmasters.com. I look forward to hearing of where your struggles are so that I can help you shore them up. I also look forward to hearing your victories or any suggestions you have or any questions that you've got that I can help with. I'll be delighted to do that. Here we are at the beginning of the second half of 2013. So take advantage of this moment. to just engage life, to embrace the opportunities, to play to win in the second half of 2013, and always expect yes.